Welcome back to Nightmare Legacy. Gracie is off to work. All her hard work pays off. She is now a lead detective. Along with her promotion, she is assigned a new partner and given a top secret mission. So the next morning, Gracie and her new partner, Thai Lin, meet in front of their rental house in StrangerVille to discuss the mission. Hello, Agent Thai. I'm excited to get to the bottom of this mystery with you. Gracie shares warmly. We've been assigned to investigate the strange rumors flying around about StrangerVille and see if they hold any merit. Thai informed Gracie. Gracie then handed Thai their assigned gadgets for the mission. Gracie decided to ride her bike around town to get a scope of her surroundings and to search for anything out of the ordinary. On her ride, she noticed a lot of strange purple plants. She decided it might be worth looking at them further and collecting some data on them. She took out her notebook to write down everything off-putting about it and snapped a photo to go with her file she was forming. Not far off was a strange curio shop. The man running the shop looked a bit odd, wearing a colander with Christmas lights on his head. Come get your StrangerVille souvenirs! We have statues, lava lamps, posters, and more! Yelling his sales pitch as Gracie approached. Hello, you look like a man who might know a thing or two. I'm looking for any information you might have on what's going on here, Gracie inquired the man. The man told her that his name was Erwin and that he is the head of the local Free Thinkers group. About a week ago, there was an incident at the secret lab in the crater. Since then, there have been a lot more military personnel and scientists roaming around town. That's also when all the strange flowers started popping up. No one is quite sure what happened, but I'm certain they're covering up something huge, Erwin informed her. Gracie and Erwin continued to talk and get to know each other. Gracie soon found herself enamored by him. This man seemed to get her and her distrust for others in the world. Before she left, Erwin and her gladly exchanged numbers. The next place on Gracie's agenda was the town's library. The librarian welcomed Gracie in and asked her if she was looking for anything in particular. Actually, yes, I'm trying to learn more about the incident, Gracie answered the librarian. Well, since the incident, this place has been flooded by scientists. I'm sure they might know something. Why don't you give them a try? The librarian said with a slight chuckle. As Gracie stepped away from the librarian, her attention was drawn to a young man quietly whispering to his friends. She couldn't help eavesdropping in on this juicy secret. From what she could gather, the man had a pet cow plant that just kept growing and growing. It had gotten too big and was eating people. He had no choice but to get rid of it. He gave it away to people who took it to a secret place. Could this cow plant be related to the incident and all the strange new plants popping up everywhere? She pulled the man aside and made friendly conversation with him. At one point, even pulling him into a hug, all so she could put a bug on him. With the bug place, she decided to reveal that she knew his secret and how it was probably his fault the StrangerVille was in so much trouble. Listen, if you don't want the authorities to know what you've done, you have to pay me for my silence, Gracie threatened him. The man looked scared and immediately agreed to pay Gracie to keep quiet. It was finally time to investigate the secret lab. Thai and Gracie snuck past the guards to meet up and compare notes on their investigation throughout the day. Gracie then got inside the lab and thoroughly investigated the locked lab door. She then worked with Thai to search through stacks of files and boxes of loose paper on the floor. When they looked through everything, they headed home and rested for the night. The next morning, Gracie headed back to the library to look up information on the town's history. She grabbed a book off the shelf and skimmed through it looking for any useful information that might help her to better understand what was happening in this town. As she finished reading, she saw a scientist sitting at a desk doing research. Gracie saw this as the perfect opportunity to make a new friend. She asked her more questions about the lab and the strange new plants everywhere. Gracie pulled her new friend into a farewell hug where she placed a sneaky little bug and thanked her for her time. That evening, Gracie met Erwin at the local bar. He filled her in on all the things he had recently heard from his fellow free thinkers. Gracie pulled him into a hug, a genuine one, to thank him for all the help he had been the last few days. Aw, you know, it's no biggie, especially for someone so smart and pretty as yourself, Gracie, Erwin said with a blush and grin spreading across his face. Gracie said goodbye to Erwin and went to work making more friends with the military personnel hanging around the bar. As she did, she made quick work of planting a few new bugs. As the night grew late, Gracie and Thai met back at the house one last time to compare notes before their mission ended. Subscribe and turn on notifications to see if Gracie Holloway, Super Spy, can solve the StrangerVille mystery.